Hi, in this section I'd like to take your time and explain the primary principles of T-Tapp and give you some form tips to help you maximize the effectiveness and efficiency of more level 3 or any of the T-Tapp workouts. First of all is the stance. In some of the workouts you'll hear me say tuck butt, and others you'll hear me say tuck curl core or tuck tailbone. It's all about what you're doing with your muscles to activate to create better posture alignment. First of all is the stance. In the book Fit and Fabulous in 15 Minutes and other T-Tapp workouts, I talk about putting your foot in the instep, being out, hip, knee, and ankle all in a straight line. Let's do that together because so many times with T-Tapp, it's not so much what you see, it's what you feel to understand the difference. So our toes are forward, no turnout. Bend your knees. Now I'm doing a tuck curl. Press your belly and press your lower back. Let me give you a side view. Press your belly and press your back. Thumb away, palms hitting your back. You're pressing, curling. Don't use the butt yet. Press, lift those ribs, then you tighten your glutes, and you keep those ribs up. And the last part where you're going to feel the reason why the stance is so important is the knees out. So keep pushing on your belly, keep pushing on your back. Your ribs are up, your glutes are tight. Now bring your hand side, everything is tight. Ribs are up, don't move anything. On a count of 3, you're going to push knees out and hold. 1, 2, 3, push knees out and hold. You should feel more tightening here, more tightening here. Hold it, tune it, 3, 4, relax it. Now kick that out, just to erase it, and I want you to feel the difference when you come in closer. Pointer to pinky, forefinger, we talk about that stance. The closer the stance, the more muscle activation, so let's feel it. Toes are forward, pointer to pinky. It's a closer stance. Re-bend, re-press tuck curl, ribs up, shift back in the heels. Ooh, did you just feel that? That activates more core. Weight in the heels, press those ribs up. Now tight, 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 hold it there. We're going to tune in what happens. Ribs are up. On a count of 3, you're going to push knees out. Tune in to your tummy. 1, 2, 3, knees out. Feel how much more intense activation, how much more that's happening in the belly. Now relax the knees. Bodies like to take path of least resistance, and it's amazing how quick your body will take a wider stance. I want you to feel the reason why you want to always focus on form to keep a shorter stance. So we're in a wide stance. Let's do it together. Bend knees, tuck curl, ribs up, shift back in the heels, ribs are up, hands on the side. Now tune into your tummy. On a count of 3, we're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3, knees out. Feel how it's kind of problematically aching a little bit on the knees, and you don't get as much activation. So let's just bring that in, 4 fingers real quick so you can feel the difference. Re-bend, tuck curl, ribs up, shift back, and knees are out. Just bring your hands there, ribs are up, 1, 2, 3, knees out. Feel how much more core gets activated. So you get greater results in less time. Let's kick it out. Little kicks, get away inflammation. So you'll see these little flick kicks throughout the workout. Just let it flick it. Kick it. Let those thighs jiggle. You just want to get rid of inflammation and get rid of the fatigue. Now when you lift in alignment, heel aligned with hip. Heel aligned with hip. But body takes path of least resistance. It wants to go knee to the middle. Knee to the middle. Doesn't work abs. Knee to the hip in alignment. You're going to feel your stomach work each time you lift. So you might as well get more out of less time and activate more muscles. Okay, more tips. Re-bend, tuck curl, ribs up, shift back, and knees are out. Ribs are up. Now we have mitten hands, which a mitten hand, keep those knees out. I want you to feel, because we have to keep the mind to muscle. Wimpy mitten is meaning your fingers are together and your thumbs are just extended to the side. We want to increase the muscle activation. First one, that's why I'm having you keep your knees out and your ribs up, because you're going to feel what happens. Put your hands like this, just like me. And on a count of 3, you're going to stretch your thumb and scoop the mitten out. I want you to feel what happens in your back. So this is what I call a W position. So hands back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, scoop. Oh, did you feel those lats? Did you feel the muscles activate? Relax it. One more time. 1, 2, 3, stretch. Did you feel the muscles activate? Right at the back, the lats, everything, and release. Flick it, kick it. The knees are already tired. It's amazing how much when you use knee, little toe, and tucking that tailbone, how much you start to increase heart rate, which is our next form tip. When your heart rate gets really, really high, the quickest way to bring down your blood pressure is to hunch. That's right, hunch. I'll give you a side view. When you're hunching, all you're doing is lifting up your shoulders to your ears as high as you can. That's going to relieve tight traps. That's going to take away inflammation, and it'll feel good. You could do that just alone throughout the day. Now, when you release it, you want to think ribs up, relax it. Don't reach down. Just hunch up to the ears, ribs up, relax it. Now, the additional part to make it work even more effectively is shift into the heels. So we shift into the heels. Ooh, feel how what just happened? Just do that with me. Shift back in the heels. Ooh, feel how the belly button just went to the spine? You activate your abs just by putting weight in the heels, and it takes away problematic knees. Your knees won't hurt if you stay in the heels. Okay, so you shift into the heels before you hunch. Then you curl belly button to the spine as you hunch up. It's like a really curl. Now tuck that tailbone a little bit. Now feel that stretch in your lower back, and you're hunching. Inhale big, then lift ribs, release. I'll do it to the front. Shifting into the heels, curl that core. Belly button to the spine. Really get the stretch out in your back. Inhale, looking at the floor. Lift and release. You will be amazed at how fast it'll bring your heart rate down, but it won't bring your metabolism down. You're going to get greater calorie burning with all this muscle activation. Okay, another hand position, just soften your knees, you don't have to tuck curl, is what I call bear claw. Bear claw is an advanced version of mittens. Let's do our wimpy mittens again. And from here, I'll give you a side view. Stretching the mittens, you're stretching the thumbs. Bear claw means pull the knuckles back. That means not into the arms, don't dig your nails into your palms. You're pulling your knuckles back and stretching your thumb. It's kind of a combination of qigong and mittens. So stretch the thumb away, pull the knuckles back, bear claw. That will increase the muscle activation as well. Now relax it, shake it out. Let's feel what it does in our back. Rebend, tuck, curl, ribs up, shift back, knees are out. Bring your mitten hands, bring it into a W. Now from here, on a count of 3, to just remember what it feels like, you're going to scoop on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, do mitten hands. Feel what happened in your back. Greater lat activation. Relax your mittens. Now fold the fingers. Don't do bear claw yet. On a count of 3, we're going to stretch thumb and pull the knuckles back. So we're just prepped. Ready? 1, 2, 3, bear claw. Feel how you get greater lat activation. Release the pull. 1, 2, 3, bear claw. I'll give you a side view. 1, 2, 3, bear claw. All this area should activate even more. That's why with T-Tapp you're going to get activation of all your muscles. You'll get muscle tone without using weights or stretchy bands. Yes, you can. It's the only workout I've done for over 35 years, and I have as much muscle tone as somebody who works with weights. Okay, last form tip is when you're doing all of these walking and shifting, I want you to stay off the ball joint. Okay, just tune into your body. Your knees are softly bent, but I want you just to relax your weight into the ball joint. You'll see my knees shift. Watch my knees. Right now, I'm just neutral. I relax it, my knees go in. Did you see how my knees went in? Let me do that again. When I bring weight off the ball joint, see how the knees go neutral, center. It's like aiming towards the little toe or aiming to the last 2, 3 toes. Basically, I'm keeping weight off the ball joint. So right now you can see position of my kneecap. On a count of 3, I'm just going to relax it. 1, 2, 3, I relax it. See how the knees went in? But when the knees go in, not only does your arch become flat, and you can end up with things such as plantar fasciitis and bunions and inflammation, but I just released all of my abs, and you start to get knee pudge fat, and you start to get imbalances on the knee. It's amazing when all you have to do is shift off the ball joint. So in addition to shifting to the heel, that's for abs, takes pain off the knees. Now shift those knees out. That's what's knee, little toe. You're shifting your knees out towards your little toe just enough till you feel it off the ball joint of the big toe. And that's what you have throughout the whole workout, the T-Tapp stance. Last preview. So it's bend, tuck, curl, ribs up, knees out till you're off the ball joint. Just go to your best ability. The one last tip though is you're going to get stronger and more flexible, and all of a sudden you're going to see your knees get past the ankles. As soon as you can get your knees out past, that's when you want to think press ball joint, press the ball joint down, and your knees are going to come in and your arch is going to lift really, really high. Feel that? I'm lifting my toes and I'm bringing that ball joint. That makes it really tight around the ankles. So relax it. Just try that again. Rebend, tuck, curl, ribs up, shift back, and knees out as far as you can. Set those eyes. Now right here, just think big toe up. Lift your big toe, and it's going to shift your knee in. Feel how it just come in? So you're getting the activation without putting strain on your ankles. Now let's kick that out. It should be tired. Flick it, kick it. Feel that release? Flick it, kick it. Now lift in alignment. Heel aligned with hip joint without dropping those ribs. That's the last form tip. Ribs up. Ribs up is so important. It's not pull shoulders back, although you do want the shoulder back aligned with the hip joint. but you don't want to pull the shoulders back to get there. You want to shift the shoulders there. I'll give a side view. You bending the knees, curling that tailbone under, tightening the butt, and ribs are up. I pushed my hand to get ribs up. Knees are out. So right now my ribs are up, but oftentimes people go ribs up and they pull back, which creates a muscle imbalance. So shift back, ribs up. Now you think you're up as best as you can. Here's the form tip. Bring your hand right on your chest. Bring your hand right on your chest here. And on a count of 3, you're going to push in and lift it up. I'll do it from a side view. So I'm tucked. I've got my ribs up to my best ability, I think. 1, 2, 3, press, lift. Oh my goodness, see how I just lifted them 1 more inch without pulling my shoulders? Release it, rebend, tuck, curl, ribs up, knees out, and set those lats, meaning tightening these muscles. Bring your hand here. 1, 2, 3, press, lift. Once it's lifted there, think tight, 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 keep the back muscles tight, 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 tight as you bring it on down. That's ultimate posture. The power of posture will increase your metabolism, increase your fat burning, and keep your blood sugar healthy. Hold it there. Feel how everything's tight. Here's the last tip. 1, 2, 3, lift big toes. Did you feel it tighten right here? Relax the toes, but nothing else. 1, 2, 3, lift toes. Did you feel it tighten here? Relax it, kick it away. If you lift your big toes throughout the day, you'll tighten your tummy without sit-ups. Little lift in alignment, lift in alignment, lift in alignment. And last one, shift, curl, hunch, looking down. Lift ribs, release, shift, back, curl, hunch. Lift and release. That concludes my little form tips and the primary principles of T-Tapp. Just a little bit of more mindful focus will increase that much more in effectiveness. That's why with T-Tapp more, less delivers more. Have a great day.